Granddad Business with Aaron Caliber. That's my dad. Hello! Underpants? That is hilarious. Shut your mouth, dude. Rate and review this podcast or my daddy will go into a deep depression. Going down business with Aaron Caliber. Yeah.
Boom. Welcome to Grown Bad Dad. Grown Bad?
Sure.
Grown Bad Disness?
Sure.
Welcome to Grown Bad Disness. You know about that Grown Dad Didness? What you know about that Didness? Wait, is that a new
I don't know.
Dad Business? Is
Bad did this?
Didness?
Nah.
Grown Bad Didness.
We're just leaving this in.
I sound like a 1920s, like a grown dad didness. I feel like you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when Keenan on Saturday Night Live, they did that Uncle Jemima? Or what was it?
No, it was no, where he was, and Aunt Jemima, she was,
No, it was Tracy Morgan.
It was Tracy. Oh, yeah, it was Tracy.
Oh my gosh, it was Tracy.
And the butterfly came in and
He's like, what's that bird doing?
What's that bird doing on my shoulder?
Grown dad didness. What that bird say?
Oh,
I'm hammered. I've been drinking moonshine, guys, on my farm. Grown dad didness.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So welcome to Grown Dad Business with myself and Jason Clark. I'm starting to change the format a little bit.
A little bit.
This is the formal announcement.
Oh, I'm just learning about this now too, right?
Jason. It's increasingly hard to do interviews with people because I'm headlining a lot of my shows now.
Good on you.
Well, yeah, and not that I don't want to do podcasts with, MCs or features. It's half the time I bring my friend to come open for me. So it's like I can only have Andy Picaro on my podcast so much.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here we are. It's Aaron Caliber and Jason Clark. Jason, it's still my podcast.
Oh, no, I'm good, yeah.
I don't want to have to fill out any forms with you.
I don't know.
Or
We might need
anything.
some waivers, some clearances.
Jason is going to be my resident dad friend, and it's nice because Jason is, his kids are more grown up. His kids are 17 and 22, which is, we talk about things like, his daughter moving into an apartment with her boyfriend, or things
which
like
hasn't happened.
No.
Those are like,
No.
That's
It
we're
hasn't.
not announcing that.
No, it hasn't.
No.
I'm not announcing
But
anything.
we're preparing. That's not the announcement.
But just saying, I was just saying, would you let, your daughter live with her boyfriend, stuff like that, and that terrifies me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Jason is so what happens in 10 years, Jason? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I help Jason remember how nice it was having little kids, and then he tears up and he's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
The way things were.
So this is Grown Dad Business, and we're gonna do what Jason and I always do: is we talk about just stuff. Mm-hmm. We're two dads, and we talk about stuff. And right now, we're talking from Arcade Comedy Theater in downtown Pittsburgh.
811 Liberty.
Yeah. We're both on the leaderboard here, and Jason does everything.
I do.
At Arcade, from hanging Christmas lights to hosting shows. To co-hosting shows, and I book all the stand-up here. I just got 9 emails as I said that.
Bing, bing, bing,
all
bing,
the comedians that heard that.
Yeah, we only have a few more times where we'd be able to broadcast from here probably next several months.
That's right.
We talked about it briefly a couple broadcasts
ago. Yeah, Arcade
ago.
Comedy Theater is moving a couple blocks away to have 2 stages.
3 floors, 2 stages.
Yeah, dude.
Unbelievable.
A lot more stand-up shows to be booked. 9 more emails.
9 more. Bing, 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 bing.
Real quick, I'll plug. Jason and I are doing the stand-up Getdown Christmas edition. Mm-hmm. Are we going to call it the Christmas Getdown? Who cares?
We'll come up with something.
But that's December 23rd.
There might be a lot of Christmas in Hollis played that night.
Yeah.
It's already online. It's already lined up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. But no, actually, Arcade Comedy Theater, that's what we're pimping right now. There's a lot of great shows over the holidays. So Friday, December 23rd, 8 p.m. is the roast of Ralphie. So a bunch of improvisers and stand-up comedians are going to get together and roast Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
The actual Ralphie.
No, dude.
No?
No, Alex DePula, your favorite dark, bloody
Oh,
comedian,
my goodness,
will be
yes.
playing Ralphie.
Oh, God.
I will be in it as well. I'm not telling you what character I'm playing.
You're typecasted.
No, I'm not.
No.
Kind of. Maybe. Who do you think I am?
I don't know.
You don't know who I am, do you?
No.
Guess
No.
who I am. It could be any figure from Christmas, from movies, all of that.
Yeah. They wouldn't type. Who casted this?
John Dick Winters.
John Dick. So John Dick wouldn't put you in the role of Pop. He wouldn't put you in the role of the dad.
No.
No.
It's
that'd be too
anybody.
close. Yeah.
It could be any
oh,
movie.
Yeah. Any movie.
Any movie,
shoot.
any Christmas
I thought
character.
It was the Christmas
like somebody's going to, I think, play Santa.
Oh, okay.
Because they roasted Santa last year.
Yeah. I have no idea where they would have went with you on that.
I was hoping that I could be Sinbad from Jingle All the Way, the mailman.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually my first. No, I don't want to give you a hint because then it'll just.
That's okay.
I won't. So
guess.
but Friday, December 23rd at 8 p.m., the roast of Ralphie, Christmas roast from The Christmas Story, and then 10 p.m. Jason and I co-host the stand-up Getdown. And as it said, it's an arcade stand-up comedy party game show hosted by me and Jason, and it's lined up with amazing comics. And this month is stacked with some really great comics.
Yeah.
So come party with us on Friday, December 23rd. Other than that, this weekend, as you're listening to this, I'm in Calgary. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. If there's anybody listening there, that's where I'm at. I'm at the Laugh Shop at Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Come up to the Laugh Shop, eh?
Hey, why don't you come up to the Laugh Shop?
Yeah.
That's very Minnesota. That was more Minnesota and
But
less.
it still had a little.
Yeah,
It was okay.
I think it's like above North Dakota.
I lived in Canada for 2 months.
You did?
Years ago for work. I had to stay there for two
that's
months.
right.
And when I came back, I was
Where were you at?
I was
Toronto?
staying Toronto.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Pittsburgh North.
that
I
place.
mean, it's just
It's
it
beautiful.
was unbelievable.
I
but-
call it's like Chicago.
Yeah, because of the size. I mean, the size is just, it's overwhelming.
But like very similar. It is very much like
very
Chicago.
similar, yeah, and I came back and I was saying a lot. And my wife was like,
Yeah.
you want to knock that shit off? And I'm
I
like,
spent 2
couldn't
weeks in
stop. Yeah.
Mississippi and I came back and was like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Just figure Creole.
I'm like, we don't have no, some bitch. I was like, what?
Some bitch. We're getting some gumbo tonight. Luke.
Some bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I started talking like a voodoo witch, a voodoo doctor, like the from Live and Let Die. Hey, come on down. Yeah. That's Jamaican. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So you're going to the home of Bret Hart.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Going to Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I should go to the Hart wrestling. Don't they have a Hart wrestling center there?
The dungeon or whatever.
They do.
You come back in a
you can take
sniglet. You're
lessons.
going to come back in a sniglet.
A sniglet?
Signalet? What do
It's
they
a
call the wrestle?
singlet.
I don't know. I didn't wrestle.
I don't even want to talk about what a sniglet is. What are you doing?
You remember Piglet from Winnie
No,
the Pooh?
we've just been flagged by the NAACP, whatever that means.
What?
Oh, my God. What? Can we edit that out? We had a lapse in judgment.
Yeah, Dom took care of
No,
that.
but then I'm in Los Angeles again. I'll be in LA December 14th through the 18th. The 14th, I'm at the Hollywood Improv on Comedians You Should Know. And the 15th, I'll be at the Laugh Factory at 10 p.m. And also, the 15th through the 18th, Thursday through Sunday, I'll be at the Brea Improv, just a little bit east of Los Angeles.
East LA.
I like watching Jason watch all the people walk past Arcade down on Liberty Avenue because there's always like weird, shady people.
Oh, yeah.
You're like business, homeless, crazy. Business,
Yeah.
drug dealer, homeless, crazy.
A lot of-
business, like it's just
Yeah, a lot of vaping.
especially down at the bus stop over there.
Oh, it's
all
vape
the
central.
vaping.
You get hit with wild blueberry followed by pumpkin spice and just all these scents that are outside.
It's like a spa.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Plus, I'm also waiting to see if someone's going to try to give me another ticket this week for being parked on the street. So I got my quarters ready.
Good. So anyway,
Yeah, busy month for you.
That's
Absolutely.
what's going on. Yeah. That's what's
great.
going on. But anywho, that's what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, New Year's Eve, I'll be at the Pittsburgh Improv with Josh Wolf. That'll be a blast. I love Josh Wolf, and it's just Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And And speaking of, we're at Arcade.
Yeah.
Arcade once again will be performing at First Night in downtown Pittsburgh.
I'll
if that's
be here.
Something else.
I'll be here running the theater that night.
Whoa, dope!
It's gonna be First Night's my favorite night. One of my favorite nights here.
Yeah.
It's like gallery crawl on steroids. So gallery
fun.
crawl, we open up four times a year for free.
It sucks because like I love hanging out here because everyone kind of comes back and like congregates here and has like a little New Year's Eve party. Dude, I'm not going to be able to like come down at all. I'm going to be dropping the ball at the Pittsburgh Improv.
Oh, right.
So, but we'll have a great time. That'll be fun. And Derek Knopfschneider's on the show as well there.
Yeah.
So that's fun. But let's talk about like we skipped a week.
We did.
We skipped Thanksgiving week and people were, did I skip 2 weeks? I might have.
You might. Yes. Yes.
It got a little crazy.
Yeah,
man.
last week we couldn't hook up. Last week we had a lot going on.
I was
and it
traveling
just
a lot,
yeah.
and I had Thanksgiving at my house. We also had new floors put into our home, which just shook up everything for the week. So it was a little nuts, and I had to take a grown dad break. That's just really that's for real.
That's real.
It happens.
There's times where you're just like,
happens.
I've got to take care of grown business.
Yeah, and I don't and I don't know how December's gonna go. I mean, I'm in Calgary and then Los Angeles, and then it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, then we have some shows, but then it's Christmas. And then in January, I'm on 2 weeks on Norwegian cruises.
Yes.
And by the way, the internet is hot, sweet garbage. So I don't know if I could actually do a podcast and then upload it while I'm on the cruise. I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
Right.
We
might have to get creative. Might have to,
I have to upload it when I'm in port in Cancun.
Well,
But my wife is going with me.
That is
on the
nice.
second week.
That's nice.
Yeah. I was debating, like, should I bring my wife the first week or the second week? And then it's like, okay, so the first week she comes on the cruise and I'm with my hot wife and we're swimming in the sweet waters of, Central America and,
Minnetonka.
yeah. We're nude sunbathing in Honduras. Wink, wink, honey. What do you think? I'm with my hot wife, and we're in paradise and we're on a cruise and I get to do comedy every single night and I get to make sweet, sweet adult love with my wife. Yeah, I'm allowed to say that. I'm married. I've been married for a while.
It's grown.
I'm a grown man. Yeah. And then it's the next week I'm lonely.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're coming the second week.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Yeah, go second week.
Because then I'm like, I'm lonely.
Got your base tan already built up. You're feeling good.
Yes. I already know the hot
You know the
spots.
lay of the land. You know I know what that cruise life's like. Yeah, you got to know what's going on.
I know about that cruise
I know about
life.
that cruise life.
That's funny. You'd be surprised how many people not from Pittsburgh. I mean, obviously there's a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans all over the country.
Yeah.
But it's like people here are from Pittsburgh, and then all of a sudden there's like I had a Pittsburgh cheering section.
Oh yeah.
They were like, we're all from, we all love Pittsburgh, or I'm originally from Greensburg. You meet all these people that are
amazing.
like,
Yeah,
I went to Cannon Mac High School, and then you definitely know when somebody comes up. Me and my friend Danny Palumbo, comedian, he's been on here. We had a laugh where like you definitely know you can find somebody from Pittsburgh when they walk into the cruise like buffet and they're like, hey, what kind of hoagies you got? Hey, you got any hoagies?
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of hoagies you? That's going to be my new video series. It's just a guy that walks into restaurants and that's what he asks them.
Just
and then
hoagies.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of the video.
What kind of hoagies you got?
Hey, what kind of hoagies you guys got?
That's all we do.
Hey.
Just two guys. Hey.
Hey,
what do you mean you ain't got no hoagies?
No,
is this some highfalutin place here in Pittsburgh?
Hey, you guys, if you're not from Pittsburgh and you hear us doing this accent, this is real.
Yeah.
You may have heard me on the podcast slip into it a little bit sometimes when I get excited. But it's like, that's a real thing. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be like, hey, what kind of hoagies you got? Mm-hmm. You put capicola on your hoagies. Mm-hmm. If not, get out of here.
Yeah, you ain't got no. You don't get that thick cut jumbo. No.
Why don't you got thick cut jumbo and capicola on your hoagies? Goodbye.
Yeah.
You gotta forget about it.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to Subways.
And we're pluralizing.
Yeah.
Subway.
I just go get that salad.
You can get that Subways and that, and they'll give
get
you
jumbo on a salad.
They get jumbo. I was at the deli at the supermarket the one day, and someone came up and ordered chipped jumbo.
What?
I'd never heard of that.
You know what? I've seen.
By the way, everyone that's not from Pittsburgh, jumbo equals bologna.
Bologna. It's bologna.
Bologna.
I got a great story about that word. I know you're like, what? Maybe I'll tell it some other time.
Yeah.
So when we have a hustle episode, we're going to have a hustle episode. It was requested by our friend Norlex Belma. He said you guys didn't do another hustle episode, and also the engineer Dom Shuck.
Yeah.
He said you need a hustle episode. So Dom, our engineer Dom Shuck at Epicast, and Norlex comedian friend has said you guys need to do a hustle episode. So we're gonna have maybe we'll have Norlex and Dom sit in because there's so many hustles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, between you and I mean, Norlex is just blown away by our hustle stories, and we can just keep going. There's some that I haven't talked about.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah. We'll save them.
Yeah.
Got to put them in the back pocket.
So,
Chip Jumbo.
Chip Jumbo. What? How did I get to that?
I lend you there because I told you that we were start talking about Jumbo, and I was at the deli, and someone
Bologna.
ordered Chip.
Oh, bologna stories. Gotcha.
Right, Chip Jumbo, and I'd never heard of. What are you doing?
I don't remember where I was. I just know I've had it. Just trust me here.
Yeah.
You know, you make chipped ham and make ham barbecue.
Yes.
I've had chipped jumbo barbecue.
Listen. I will tell you.
Have you had that?
I love Jumbo. Still to this day,
I don't mind it.
I don't
request it.
I lived off. No. And my son's the same way. Like for lunch, since he was a kid, all he's ever wanted was a Jumbo sandwich.
We've said before, all my grandmother has made me when I was a kid, I would have toast, ketchup, and Jumbo.
Yes, mine was I flipped ketchup out for mayo because I like mayo. I know. There it is.
What? What?
Relax. Don't judge me. Don't.
Are you?
I almost swore. I almost swore at you. I almost swore at you right now. Don't judge my mayo use.
I almost swore at you.
Don't swear. You put your swears away. I like what I like. Okay, just relax. Okay.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
And
Hellmann's.
Bologna.
Thick.
Dude,
Listen,
I got that
thick,
throw up spit in my mouth.
Thick. I eat straight up mayonnaise sandwiches. Mayonnaise sandwiches.
You know the throw up spit?
Oh yeah.
That's what I had.
The thick stuff that you can dribble out.
No, but it has that, and you.
I love Jumbo.
Okay.
I've never ever thought of it being chipped and you making a barbecue out of it. That is repulsive.
I've had that.
That's repulsive.
You know what it is? It doesn't taste right because Jumbos kind of taste a little fatty.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
98% fat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's got that like.
But we're not the food podcast, by the way.
No.
But
we're just dads who eat a lot of food.
A lot of Jumbo.
And we're both not like super overweight. I mean, I'm overweight. Jason's got a dad bod, but you know, you got a fine dad bod.
Dude.
Yeah, you got a great dad bod.
You looking at me like that?
No, I'm just being a friend and a grown-up who can look at another grown man.
Yes, I love it.
And say, you have a good dad bod.
Thank you. I'll just accept
you know
the
what?
compliment.
I'm going to be honest with
Thank you.
I've never even seen you without your shirt on.
It's not a good thing.
I'm just saying. I
wear it well. We're doing good.
You do.
I thank you for the compliment.
I wear it well, too.
I'm going to take the compliment.
Because nobody can ever guess how much I weigh.
Nobody has ever said that to me. So thank you.
Not even your wife? Okay, well, all right. You should. I'm just saying. Look at this guy. This guy, the young
Look
businessman.
at him. He's eating a goddamn chicken wing walking down
can't wait to
Liberty
get this
Avenue in a
internship.
pea coat. He's wearing a pea coat with penny loafers, eating chicken wings out of foil on Liberty Avenue.
Yeah, he is.
And that guy's making shit happen in this
Hustle.
town. He's hustling.
Hustle.
He's hustling. All right.
So we took a break, and you know, I'm going to try to have you on as much as I possibly can because you know. A lot of people have told me they're like, we just like when you and Jason BS, and I'm like, okay,
sure.
And you know what? I might, you know, when I go to LA, I'm gonna podcast with some people, and we're just gonna talk about stuff.
Dude, pop them in.
You know, even if they're not like, I know, like Todd Glass was like, we're gonna do another podcast part 2. Todd's not a dad. It's you know, but. It's fun to just BS about like, you know, I'm like, hey, what's your take on this?
You put Todd, if you ever listen to a Todd Glass podcast, which is,
he's fun.
It's crazy. But
and even the episode that I did with him.
It's so much fun. And I have a lot of love and respect for Todd Glass. I was one of my favorite comics growing up, and then having the chance to sit around and hang with him when he was in Pittsburgh last January was mind-blowing, but just... The man just will
he did
talk.
5 shows here.
He will talk, and he'd have a good time.
I know, I love it.
Bits, and he's a blast. So no, definitely. I mean, it's great. That's what we're gonna do. I love listening to the comics on the podcast.
I think it's
mix it up.
I'm gonna move on from being this kind of like autobiographical or not. I'm sorry, biographical with comedians. You know, things like that. We should record here more often
at
Arcade Comedy Theater because every single person has walked past and stopped and looked at us because we're filming. We're not filming. No. We're recording in the window.
Yeah.
And people are like,
"What's going on with these two guys?
Yeah.
Who are they?"
Right.
They're like, "Holy shit, that's Grover Cleveland from
Oh my God.
I did that.
Jason,
I love you.
Well, at least finish it so people are like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
So in Pennsylvania for the lottery here in Pennsylvania, there is a Grover Cleveland in the commercials, and that is our friend Aaron Kleiber.
That's
so
right.
you can go on Google up Grover Cleveland Pennsylvania lottery, and you will see a picture of Aaron Kleiber as
because people are like, Cleveland. "Oh snap!" Like. Jason just ripped on you and called you a historical president. Look at you looking like look at you looking like Grover Cleveland. Yeah. People are like, what? That reference is so odd.
Well, they had to Google Grover Cleveland because who the hell? What's that even look like?
He got a fat neck. I was worried about playing Grover Cleveland, and I was like, he has like 40 hot dogs under his chin. And they were just like, "Oh, you're young Grover Cleveland," and I was like, "Okay." Yeah. I was mayor of Buffalo, Grover Cleveland. True story.
Yeah.
So we took some time off, and dude, I also had to take some time off. But we should take a break. We should take a break before we get into it.
Yeah, we'll finish.
We're going to take a quick little break.
Yeah.
Before we take a break, and we're going to hear about a couple things from Epicast. Main thing is Epicast Network. That's who produces this podcast. They also produce mine and Sean Collier's podcast, Handle the Truth. You Can't Handle the Truth movie reviews. Sean Collier is a funny comedian and also an actual movie critic. He votes for the Critics' Choice Awards. He works for the press. Him and I do that movie review podcast every week, handlethetruthpodcast.com. But they produce that. They produce this podcast. They produce podcasts like our friends Dave Bracey and Ed Bailey, the Drinking Partners podcast. If you are even interested in doing a podcast, contact Epicast, epicastnetwork.com/services. And not only do they do podcast production, they do audio engineering in studio and live audio engineering. Dom, holler at your boy on the Wheels of Steel every episode. By the way, Dom does an awesome job at giving me suggestions. And because he'll hear me say something, he's like, next time you should definitely say that more. And I'm like, okay, gotcha. But Dom does a lot of audio engineering. He's engineered the DVE, the WDVE shows. Mm-hmm. He does live production for those, for the, oh my gosh, what are they called? The loaded shows. The WDV loaded shows. He runs those shows. But Epicast also does video, photography. They're doing a ton of renovations into their studio up in
Allentown.
Up in Allentown, up near Mount Washington. An amazing studio space. They have a huge hand in the Burning Bridges Comedy Festival that John Dick Winters puts on with a bunch of other awesome comedians. Oh, dang. Did you just see the look that he's got from a beautiful woman?
Nope.
I'm saying it out loud, Jason, because it stopped my train of thought.
Epicast.
Yeah, sorry, honey. Sorry, there's a grown woman. She probably recognized me as Grover Cleveland.
That's it. She's like, oh my goodness, I got to go buy my lotto tickets.
Nobody.
She wanted to buy her lotto tickets.
But yeah, go to epicastnetwork.com/services if you're interested in anything multimedia production, or if you want to start your own podcast, hit them up. In the meantime, let me take a real quick break, and you can hear more about some things going on in the Epicast Network.
Hey, yo, I'm Ed Bailey. I'm here with
Dave Bracey.
And we are the Drinking Partners Podcast on Epicast Network. Fucked it up. Make sure you check us out, man. We got the Comedy Fuel, which is really supposed to be beer fuel comedy podcast, but
Craft Fuel beer potter. Craft beer fuel pot. Motherfucker, right, man. I'm gonna have to write that down.
What up? Craft Fuel beer podcast.
Yeah, Craft Fuel.
Craft Brew Fuel Pot. Craft Beer Fuel Podcast. Okay. Craft Brew Fuel. Craft Beer Fuel Comedy. Those are not 4 words that you say normally. All right. Craft Brew. You knew that I was going to fuck up. You knew. Craft Beer Fuel Comedy Podcast. All right, so Craft Beer Fuel Comedy Podcast on.
You can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us at partnerspod on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Libsyn under Drinking Partners.
Yo, if you ain't heard and if you don't know, Drinking Partners is the crew, Epicast is the family. Make sure you check us out, man.
Boom. You can say boom.
No, that's your thing.
Thanks, pal.
That's your thing.
You got to get a thing.
You have that. Yeah,
if
I've tried
boom,
a couple different things. Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll work on that.
But no, I was saying before I took a break is that we took a 2-week break because it was Christmas shopping like hard in my house. Yeah. Like my wife is, okay, do you remember my wife in Black Friday? It's like Matt Damon on the chalkboard in Good Will Hunting. Like I'm not kidding. She like lines things up. Like she looks like a detective in a movie, in like the movie Seven. Or I'm just gonna keep naming movies. It's like, she has pins on the wall
with the yarn. That's exactly what I thought of. I exactly thought of that. Like she has it mapped out. Like I'm going from Kohl's, and then she takes the yellow yarn, and it's gonna take you over to the mall because she's got to hit a couple jewelry joints.
And like things are laid out on the floor, like she's trying to catch a serial killer. You know what I mean? Like this, it's just this thing. Yeah. No, I'm not trying out material. Okay, maybe I am, but it was an idea. But no, like she lines it up, and I tell people in there, and and people are like, "Oh, is your wife like that crazy person?" No, we're not running. We're grown-ups.
It's about the money. It's about getting that money right.
I don't want to share her secrets. Maybe next year before Black Friday, I'll have her on the podcast, and she can teach people about Black
strategy,
Friday.
How to make that happen.
Like, for instance, I don't want to, this is just an example. This didn't really happen a year or two ago. Wink, wink. But like, say her sister asks for this really nice, expensive crock pot, right? Yeah. And that crock pot is like $40. And the gift exchange on her side of the family is like $40. Well, my wife will go find that crock pot for $8 on Black Friday.
Right. And that does not mean that you now get $32 more worth of stuff. We're talking what is a crock pot's value on the street?
Street value.
Right?
Thank you, Jason.
Yes, it's about street value with the grab bag.
That's what it is.
It is.
So like my uncle, $25, right? Mm-hmm. He'll want a zip-up hoodie sweatshirt, thermal. Mm-hmm. She'll find one at Gander Mountain for $9.50. Here you go. Yep. And he'll be like, "Oh, this hoodie was $40." Damn. And she's like, "That's right." Yep. Wink, wink, wink. But I remember a couple years ago, she's like, "I bought." Now my side of the family is not huge. It's not a big family. They all sat at one table at our wedding. So there's maybe like 11 people or 9 people, right?
Yeah.
So my wife's like, "I bought everything for your family for $88." She said that it was a couple years ago, and I was like, "What?" Like that's when people talk about spending like $1,000 on their families, and I'm like,
it's ludicrous.
You're out of your mind. Yeah. She has it down. I told her she should teach a class. Like, and she even said there's people online that have blogs. They make money doing podcasts about shopping and Black Friday. I'm like, we got to get on this. Oh, yeah. Where's your mom blog at? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's genius.
No, it definitely is. I mean, Black Friday is such. Now, we've said before, I've managed big box retail for almost 20 years.
Right.
Now, I've never worked in a retail setting that has been crazy Black Friday stuff. So I've always been on the fringe of that craziness. Oh yeah, no. In both retailers that I worked for, it was an afterthought. It was a secondary thought of where people would come to.
Those stores now are kind of getting into it.
Well, they get into it. They do just enough.
But the
thing is with that business,
you don't work at Walmart. You don't work at Best Buy.
Once you hit that crack pipe, you need to continue to hit that crack pipe. In other words, that sale, once you do it once as a retailer, you need to continue to find how to make that work for you. So the retailer I work for currently, they do just enough.
Right.
They don't upset your life because working in that retail world, you're throwing everything crazy for your employees.
Right.
And I'm not going to ever sit there and be like, it's ridiculous that people are open on Thanksgiving. Listen, man, go make your money. Go spend that money. It's a supply and demand.
Right.
The people are out there wanting to do it. And I get it. We're in retail. We live that life. Give me a day with my family.
Absolutely.
I think it gets a little crazy, But at the same time, once you start it, it's hard to come off of it as a business, running a business. But I have not actively, me and my wife have not actively shopped in a brick and mortar store for Christmas for over 5 years.
Really?
We do everything online.
Yeah,
everything.
I would say
online.
every year for the last couple years, it definitely. I think my wife, even our own kids. I mean, it's probably at this point 50 to 60% Amazon.
Yeah.
Like hard.
Yeah. And you can comp that. You can comp that.
Oh,
you can comp shop that. You're not going to get the crazy Black Friday $9 price.
No, we
but
did.
You're going to comp it.
She did do some cyber deals.
Yeah. They're out there. You definitely you have to work it just like she now just has to have a different strategy versus what she
Well, she's already on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, so this place has this Black Friday deal. But guess what? You can buy it online for the same price on Wednesday."
Yes.
And she does that.
Yeah.
She's like, "I don't need to go to Target for this. I just ordered it on Thanksgiving morning."
I have
free shipping.
I have an employee of mine that did all of his toy shopping. He went into a Walmart and used the Amazon scan app, not the app on the scan.
Yeah, bro.
And he sat there and scanned it, and it popped up, and he was like, "Boom!" He saved over $200.
I do it all the time.
It's amazing.
I do it all the time.
If you have the app for Amazon, go and press that camera button.
Yep.
I can scan Aaron right now, and it'll pull hoodie and show me all their hoodie options.
Yeah, you're right.
Or
Absolutely.
ball caps, whatever you
you can
see.
scan the hoodie I'm wearing. And I can stand there, and it'll find
pull
the
up
Nike
gray hoodie.
Yep. It'll put gray Nike
give me
hoodie.
Nike hoodie, give you everything.
Crazy.
It's amazing. So he just stood in the toy aisle in Walmart and went, "My son wants this toy," scanned it. Oh, Amazon has it, and it's
$4 cheaper.
$4 cheaper.
Yep.
And I've got a Prime
By the
membership.
way-
And I've got a Prime membership with a Prime credit card that's giving me 5% cash back on everything I buy.
Yep.
The guy's like, "I saved $200 and I'm gonna get cash back."
$30 cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's in your house in 2 days, and it's free shipping.
That's some grown dads.
Amazon Prime, holler at your boy.
Yes, that's some grown.
Can we make Amazon a sponsor?
Yeah, they're building a.
I'm gonna talk to them.
Yeah, they're building a distribution center not far
to
from us. I think we can make that happen.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, we get it all done. I mean, and she's amazing. Like I don't even know what people get.
Well, my wife, I've been the same way. I've been the same way for a long time. My wife is handled the majority of it. I knew my role. My role was I was DVD dad. I was in charge of DVDs and video games. And I will tell you, there was a July one time where I went into one of my hiding places in my garage, and I found 3 DVDs and 2 video games that I forgot to give the kids for Christmas.
Shut up.
So
my mom has done that quite a few times.
Oh yeah. So I knew my role, and we
Hilarious.
worked very well together with that. And there's been many a times where my kids will tell you, they'll be like, they looked at Dad and be like,
Hilarious.
Dad was as surprised as we were that I got that gift.
I know. It's funny now.
It's just what it was. Melissa does such a great job. My wife does such a great job and always has with it. But especially when they were younger.
Oh yeah.
That's so much fun.
No. Like she will show me a lot of the stuff that she buys and stuff. Well, you know what she does now? Like the last couple years, she goes out on Thanksgiving night now.
Yeah.
Now we host Thanksgiving the last couple years, and so when the house is all clean and people come over early, so everyone's out of our house by 6 p.m. Yeah. So we clean up. The kids are settling down. They're getting tired. Then Daddy, I'm not doing anything on Thanksgiving night.
No.
So my wife and her mom will go out at like 8, 9 o'clock, and I'll have a movie night with the kids, and my wife will roll in at 1, 2 in the morning. She'll go out Thanksgiving night. She'll roll in 2 in the morning, and she'll wake me up, or I'll be up, just watching movies or whatever, drinking a beer. And she'll be like, "Oh, I got this. She's still all ready to go.
Oh, she's amped up. She's excited.
Like, I got this. She's all these back. Look what I got. I got this for the thing. It was $1. It was $1. It's like she's amped. It's exciting.
She's a special person with
she
that.
Don't even go out Black
it's
Friday,
like,
dude.
No, there's no need to.
There
are so many people. If you've never been out Black Friday, there are, because I'm out in the middle of it, and
she's not. Let me be clear. I was saying before, she's not going and getting like the flat screen TV for $10.
No, she's getting practical
she's getting
gifts
like
that need
and candles and socks.
Are you kidding
and
me?
like some little kid.
But there are people out there that are doing it just for the experience too. There's people that just want to be in the middle of it and feel that joy and all that stuff.
Right.
There are people that wear matching shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Like you would go out and it'd be your whole family would be Kleiber Black Friday 2016.
No way.
And they're all numbered. Like I'm number 1 and you're number 2. Oh, it's a party for these people. It's amazing to watch. I love them. I high five them. I high five. Oh, they'll find where
probably pregame, right?
They'll find the retailers that have free continental breakfasts.
Who?
That's a thing.
What?
Sam's Club has done it for years.
Wait, you go there and they'll just you can go have breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they plan that in that and they put that in there. And, so I get it. My nephew's the same way. My nephew's like 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And he's always.
Your nephew's 2 years younger than
Yeah,
you?
there's a big gap between my wife and her sisters.
Yeah.
So, but he's always been the Black Friday shopper and they plan it all out and have a good time with it. And that's cool.
Now that I think about it, it would be kind of fun to
just go out and drink some coffee and walk around and see people going, having a
maybe
good time.
coffee with some Kahlua in it.
Oh yeah,
and then walk around and just watch the hilariousness.
Oh yeah, and just go.
That stuff scares me though.
Well, the scary stuff is the doorbusters, and you don't see as much anymore because,
they're controlling that hard,
within retail. When that thing happened, like. They went through a big thing in Walmart where that kid got trampled and got killed a few years ago.
Insane.
So what ended up happening was the government got involved and said, hey, Walmart, you need contingency plans for crowd control in every one of your units. So that's when you started seeing that happen. Does it still happen? It does. They still do that. But you don't see it as much because I think it's spaced out so much.
Well, also, I think, we can go on and on about fake news on social media with the whole election.
Sure.
But that's another thing, too. It's like I saw multiple people post videos of Black Friday, and they're like, look what's happening at Black Friday in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. This is disgusting. Yeah. And then someone will go, this is Black Friday in Brazil from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's still real and it still happens.
But I've seen a lot of people, they'll post videos from 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and
they're like, this is disgusting.
I think as the retailers have opened up and again spread it out over weeks now. Black Friday is not what it was before, where it was the only day. I mean, understand what the reality of what Black Friday was. I mean, that was the time, that day marked the day that they went from losing money as a store to making a profit. Right. Toys R Us their model was to lose money all year. Yeah. 11 months out of the year, they would lose money and make all their profit in the month of December.
Really?
It's from November, from Black Friday through Christmas. Wow. They would make, and that was before, then that model didn't work as much because you had so much competition. Then that's when this clothing started coming in and they expanded their stores and they offered more things throughout the year.
Well, little fun fact, my wife and I both worked holiday shifts at Toys R Us for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. I did about 2 years. My wife did about 4. Yeah. But she would stand at the cashier and cash people out and not move.
Oh, no.
She would not move. Yeah. And she'd be like, I need to eat something.
I need to go to the bathroom.
She would work 10-hour shifts and she would get a half an hour lunch and her legs were locked. Yeah. She would stand on those little comfy
retail grind, bro. I get it.
She would not move, and she would go eat a lunch and just go sit down, and then stand up again. Yeah. I worked in the warehouse.
Yeah, you were just throwing
built
freight.
Bikes.
Oh, you were the bike builder.
I built
That's
bikes,
the best.
and I built.
You made so many kids' dreams.
I built bikes, and I built Power Wheels.
Like Grover Cleveland Santa Claus in the back room building
basically, bicycles. So I built bikes and Power Wheels. I could build those with my eyes closed now. And my kids are like, I want one. I'm like, nope.
Nope. That's the best.
It's funny. I just built a bike for my son's birthday and the Skook, Luke the Nuke. And I'm in my garage building this bike and I'm like, oh, this stupid. And I just kept thinking, oh, this brand of bike, this stupid fork on this bike is so dumb. Yeah. And then I remember thinking, I used to build kids' bikes, no joke. I used to knock one out every, for 90 seconds. Because
they time you, too. There was a quota. I've heard of people that do that at Toys R Us and Walmart and stuff where they've got a quota. Where they have to knock so many bikes out.
Dude, I would build a bike in 90 seconds. You'd cut that box open.
Go.
Boom. Yeah. Gone.
That's fun though.
The Power Wheels were
getting the bike.
The Power Wheels were a little annoying because you had to get the stickers right.
Oh yeah.
So you would take more time putting the stickers on the Power Wheels. Yeah. Because let me tell you something. You know, you work in retail. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You get that one sticker that's askew.
Oh, I can't. And plus, we have OCD. We both have OCD.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
It's gotta be perfect.
It's got to be.
All my
I
stickers
can't
were on
handle
point
that.
growing
Oh,
up.
please.
Every sticker.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you get one
Yeah.
sticker that's askew, you'll get a pearl-clutching mom come in there. The lightning bolt on my son's gravedigger is atrocious.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, and that's fun. I mean, you talk about building the bike for Luke. I mean, those are, we talked about this earlier before we started. You know, just the difference in where we're at in our lives,
Yeah.
and you know, to see with the little ones and I remember what that was like, and just now we've sort of transitioned, and we talk about
you have
that.
grown-up kids now.
Yeah, with my kids, it's like, you know,
My kids, they circle everything in the Toys R Us catalog.
which was, oh my God, so much. Yeah,
like,
when
Santa's
you would do
not
that,
bringing all this.
Yeah, and living that existence of how do you work through that as a parent.
But like
because,
now, like you, like
dude,
having
listen,
like teenagers
so my
and a
daughter,
22
so my daughter's 22 and she's got, you know, her first, we've talked about this. I mean, she's a nurse and she's doing well and she's starting to think about that transition. She's going to move out soon probably, but she's going to be 22 here. And it's just like, what do you get your 22-year-old? Like, what do you do for Christmas? It's just like,
I know.
Do you want me to pay your car insurance? I mean, you want to pick a couple months up? Is that what you want me to do? I mean, I mean, it's like, you want me to help you out with your credit card bill or something? I don't know.
That's so funny
you
and
know,
true.
And my son, you know, he's probably capping out. He's like, dude, I just want an Xbox. I want, you know, and we're just sort of like, this is probably going to be the last time maybe I buy. I don't know. People probably still buy forever for their kids and it's all fun and games. I don't know. I don't know how to handle this next phase. Like, I don't know. Do I buy him tolls? Like, I don't know what he's going to be into in 5 years. Like, what's that going to look like? What do I buy my kid at 25? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Should I start doing Elf on the Shelf now? That's a whole nother podcast. And I love the Elf on the Shelf thing. I do. Do you? Are you doing it? No. Okay, and that's fine. And I don't judge either way. But I see some real fun stuff that you could be had, because I was the dad that went out on the deck and made hoof prints and sleigh marks and chewed up carrots and spit them out all over the place to make my kids believe that that's what happened. Spoiler alert. There's no, turn your minivan radio off.
If you're listening to the minivan.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I was that guy.
Spoiler alert.
I was that guy that was just like, we're going to make Christmas like this Santa Claus thing. And I know your whole, you know, Santa. And
all right. Well, so that's it for Grown Dad Business this week. Jason has a great intro for next week. I just came up with the topic.
Yeah.
Next week, Jason and I are going to be talking about Santa, Elf on the Shelf, and Christmas traditions.
Yes.
Because he is insane. Dude.
Yeah, my daughter.
This might be the first one where we're butting heads, bro.
I don't know. We might.
Let me tell you something, dude.
But I'm neutral. I can see it either way. That's my problem. That's my problem. I'm very much like, oh, you could probably convince me that I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna be hating on some parents, bro.
I definitely will hate on them.
I'm gonna hate on some parents, bro.
I will hate on the Elf on the
People
Shelf,
are
but
not
I
gonna like
also
me.
get it. I
don't.
But I do hate on like a lot of it.
Next week on Grown Dad Business, we're going to be talking about Santa, Elf on the Shelf, Christmas traditions, and convincing your kids that a made-up person brought them presents.
And you're not allowed to do your bit.
I'll do my bit.
No, not allowed
I have
to do
a
your
great bit about that.
I think that one of the first times that I ever seen you perform, and you did that Santa Claus bit.
I haven't done that in a while.
And I looked at my wife, and I'm like, God damn it, he's so right on that.
All right, well, check out growndadbusiness.com for some, I don't know, somebody's trying to come in. That's okay. She doesn't have to come in.
She wanted to be a
I don't
part of
know
the
why
show?
she wanted to come in. Maybe she wanted to be an intern. But yeah, go to growndadbusiness.com. There's previous episodes like with Bobcat Goldthwait and Todd Glass and Norlex Melma did an episode.
My man, Norlex.
And some past episodes with Jason and I. But that's what we're going to do. Go to epicastnetwork.com/services if you're interested in doing a podcast. But hey, guys, that's it. Follow your heart. Be kind, be funny. That's what I tell people. Do you want one of those, to say one of those? Do you have a saying to say? I say follow your heart or be kind and be funny, because that's all you really need to know.
It's your show.
Damn you. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.